This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Just a moment. So yesterday's class we had discussed about the different chart types, right? Line chart, bar chart.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
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 Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine, fine. So today we are going to start with just a second. Okay. So today we are going to work on the global cafe. There is a folder called as global cafe data. Can you see that folder in the data sets?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to use that data set to understand some concepts of Power Query Editor. So basically today's agenda is to discuss about Power Query Editor. Okay, so obviously we have seen how to get the data. So we are going to connect to the CSV file now. That is the sales 18.csv, something like that is the name of the file. So we are going to connect to that file. But before going there, let me explain you about this get data options. So here, where it is, yeah, okay. So when we click on get data, we get multiple options to connect to the data. Let it get loaded. Okay. Now, if you want to connect to database or something, we have to enter the credentials. So if I want to connect to SQL database, for example, SQL Server database. So we just have to click on that, enter the server, enter the database name, and then in the advanced options you can see here you can write the SQL query. So if you know SQL query, you can write here select star from table name. So if you know that, you can write it over here. Okay. So this is about the SQL, or in any type of SQL or relational database. If you are trying to connect to, you can use this option. Okay. It is a good practice to write the SQL query, because whenever we are importing the data into Power BI, it is always a good practice to filter the data and bring it. Okay. Instead of bringing the entire data and then filtering in Power BI, instead of doing that, filter it and bring it to Power BI. So it will obviously boost your processing time. Okay. So that's a good practice to be followed while connecting to the SQL database. Okay. Now here you can see something like this: data connectivity mode, import and direct query. Now let's try to understand the meaning of this connectivity modes. Okay, they are also called as storage modes. Okay, so there are basically two important ones. First one is import data, second one is direct query, and third one is dual. So dual means combination of both. So now let's understand what is the difference between import data mode and direct query. So whenever we connect to Excel files, it is always import mode. Now what happens in import storage mode? Before that, I'll show it to you where to check. So here we have already imported the data from Excel workbook. Now don't try to do it at your end, because I am going to click on lot of buttons. So don't try to do it right now, just observe my screen. So here we already have the data from Excel sheet. So I'll go to the model tab. Okay, this model tab we had discussed about. I'll click on the table name. And when I click on the table name, and in the properties section, there is an advanced option. So here we can select the storage mode. Okay, import, direct query, and dual. Now you can see here, since it is an Excel sheet, by default it is import mode. Direct query and dual are not available for Excel sheets. Now let's understand what is the reason. So now you can see that now you have understood that where to change the storage mode, and where to where this basically the storage mode is, or how to check which storage mode it is connected with. right? So when we connected to Excel sheet, there was no option of storage mode. But the moment we tried to connect to an SQL server, at that moment it was giving us the option of import and direct query. Because in terms of SQL, we have the option of we do have the option of import and direct query. We can choose either of it. But when we are connecting to Excel sheet, we have by default import storage mode. Now, one more you can see here. So I am now connecting to SQL Server Analysis Services. Okay, this is another type of data connection. Here also we need server and database. Okay, now here you can see that there are two modes, import and connect live. So instead of direct query, here one more new word is coming as connect live. So connect live and direct query are also pretty much similar to each other. So we are going to see the difference between all of them. Import storage mode, direct query storage mode, and connect live connection or connect live storage mode. Okay, so let's revise what all basic ones are there. Import storage mode, direct query, then there is dual means both, either it can be combination of import and direct query, and the last one is connect live. Okay, now import, as we saw that Excel connects directly using import storage mode. Okay. So whenever you are connecting to any file database like Excel file or PDF or CSV, any file based data connection. Now, how to find out whether we are connecting to file based data connection or not? So go to the get data, and here you can, if you click on file, okay, so all means all the data connections. So if you click on file, you will get the file options. So if you're connecting to any of the file options, they will be directly connected using import storage mode. Okay, now what happens in import storage mode by default? So that's why we are not getting any option over there. In import storage mode, the data is directly pulled into Power BI from the Excel file or whichever file, and it will stay on the in your Power BI. Okay, the data will stay in Power BI. That is, if you publish your Power BI, if you publish your application, if you publish your report, when you publish it, the entire data in the Excel file gets published or uploaded on Power BI service. Okay, it will automatically get uploaded to Power BI service, consuming the memory on the server, because Power BI service is also hosted on server. When we upload these reports and everything, some data, this data is being stored on the server, right? So whenever you are choosing import storage mode, the entire data gets saved on the Power BI service. So it is also, it's a server basically, right? So it is, the data is stored on the Power BI server. Okay, so that is the concept of import. So whenever we are connecting to an Excel file or any file based database connection, it is always stored, or it is always connected with the help of import storage mode, and the data will always get stored on the server. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple of things with respect to Power BI service. Let me open that. Okay, so now, as you can see here in the workspace, our data set, the day one file, the older file which I have already uploaded, the day one I showed you, no? The day, so data set is already there. So if we go to the settings of the data set, this is in the Power BI service. I am in Power BI service right now. So here we can see that the data is already uploaded. We can view the data set from here. Okay, data set can be viewed from here. See all the tables, whatever in my file, whatever tables and all were there, all are visible over here. All the columns are there. The data has been uploaded, and now we can schedule the refresh, and we have to set up a gateway connection. Okay, so we have to set up a gateway connection between the Excel file and the Power BI service, so that whatever data is there on the service will get refreshed. Okay, and we can schedule the refresh only in the case when when we have an Excel file or gateway is installed. Okay, so imports, I'll repeat again. import storage mode will always store the data on the Power BI, and you can perform, or you can set up schedule refresh on that data. So what is the meaning of schedule refresh? It means that we can schedule, like after 1 hour, after every 6 hours, or every one day, we want the refresh to be done. Okay. So that's what happens with the import data. Okay. So now, any drawback of import data, can you think of?
If we change the base file, then automatically the changes will not.
Changes will come. No, whenever we are scheduling the refresh, changes will get reflected. That
It
is
will
the
take
only
extra
drawback.
server.
Correct. It will take space on server. So if our data is huge data, we'll have to purchase. Obviously, the server space doesn't come free, right? So we'll have to purchase that particular space. So if we have a smaller data set, then only we should go for import storage mode. Okay. But import storage mode is obviously faster because the data is on the premise, on the Power BI service, and that's why it is obviously faster. But it will consume the space on the server. Okay. So that is the drawback of import import storage mode. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. So import storage mode, I quickly repeat. Import storage mode imports the data into Power BI, and we can set up a gateway to the file so that we can schedule the refresh of the data from that particular from that particular file. One more small challenge is that the file, like Excel file, is, let's say, stored on my computer, okay, on my system, and I have set up the gateway, schedule refresh, everything is there. Power Once we publish it on Power BI, it is online, so it is available all the time. Correct. I can access this report from anywhere by logging into powerbi.com. Correct. But what if my laptop is not on online? My laptop is not connected to internet. So even if there is a refresh in my data or change in the data, it will not reflect in Power BI service. Let's say I am working offline on my data, and my data gets updated. So unless and until I don't get connected to internet, any changes in my file will not get refreshed in the Power BI service. So that is one challenge with respect to Excel files or import data. Wherever your data is, it has to be online, so that whenever the schedule refresh gets executed, the data will get, or the whatever data is there on Power BI service will get updated. Okay, is this clear? Now we will see the
Yes.
next one. The next one is direct query. So direct query means what? So direct query is not there for Excel. Okay, it was available only for SQL kind of databases. Okay, why? Because direct query says that it is establishing the connection, direct connection between Power BI and your uh, database. Okay, now power when I say Power BI means obviously Power BI service, because in Power BI desktop, that software, it is just a development environment, that is not your final product, right? So Power BI desktop is just to build the dashboards. At the end, you are going to publish it, right? So whatever data related things are there, or any refreshes are there, or any permissions are there, all are with respect to Power BI service, not with Power BI desktop. Because at the what is our ultimate goal is to publish our reports and share it with our clients, right? So now when it comes to direct query, the implementation of this is done in the Power BI desktop, because we connect to the data through Power BI desktop, right? So there we set the storage mode. But when now it actual implementation comes into picture when we publish it to Power BI service. Okay. So direct query means it is directly connected from the SQL server to Power BI service. So any changes in the data immediately gets reflected on Power BI service. That's the direct query. Okay, so benefit is that the data is not on Power BI server, so our server space is saved. The entire data is in our database server. Anyways, we have to save it on database server, and we can have huge data set over there. It just gets refreshed in Power BI service. Okay, any drawback of direct query? The benefit is that we can have huge data set, and because it is on the database server, we don't have to worry about the server space on Power BI. But any drawback of that?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Question is that direct query allows us to connect directly to the data source. Like Power BI service is directly connected to the data source. So it is not stored on Power BI server, it is in the database. So anytime there is a change or any modification in the database, it immediately reflects in Power BI service, or our Power BI dashboards automatically get refreshed. We don't have to schedule any refresh. It's a continuous refresh happening over there. So one benefit is that continuous refresh. Second benefit is that we can store huge data in our database, and we don't have to bother about Power BI server space. But is there any drawback of that?
The speed, ma'am, speed.
Speed can be a problem, because or if there is any connectivity issue, Power BI service will get hampered. Okay, I hope this is clear. So that is direct query. Now there was one more, Connect Live, if you remember. So Connect Live is also just like your direct query. The whole purpose of that is exactly the same. Only difference is that this type of connection is available only for three data connections: SQL Server Analysis Services (SAS), then SQL Server Multidimensional Tabular, and Power BI Service. So this type of connection, it is also direct query, just like direct query. Only thing is, it is available for only these three data connection. For other data connections, we have direct query. Okay,
Vaidehi, will you please repeat the servers once again for Connect Live?
they are on the screen: SQL Server Analysis Services, SQL Server Analysis Services Multidimensional, and Power BI Service. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. So what are the three storage modes? Import, direct query, and Connect Live.
So normally what I can see is that we'll be using direct query more, right, compared to the other two.
Not necessarily. If we have a very small static kind of data, then import is okay. What if your data is coming from Excel? Then in that case also, like Excel means not just on your local machine. You can have the
Mm.
Excel file on your OneDrive. So if your file is on OneDrive, then it is all time online, right? It's a cloud based, right? Even though it's an Excel file, it is on cloud, so you can place it on OneDrive and then connect. So in that case, it is going to be import.
Got it.
Okay.
Ma'am, we can use import mode up to 1 GB of data, right?
Correct. Okay, I hope this is clear. All the storage modes. Okay, now let's move ahead. Little bit move ahead. Okay, so now let us say if you want to save your data connection. Okay, where Power BI? Yeah. So if you want to save your data connection somewhere or this only these settings, then you can go to transform data and there is data source settings. Okay, in transform data, data source setting, and here is an option called as export PBIDS. Okay, so in this file you can save your connections. Okay.
Ma'am, sorry to tell this. If we can do it practically, I think we might get more idea on this, ma'am.
Which part?
The one whatever we are you are
See, right.
showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so storage modes we cannot see all of them practically because we don't have access to them. But this part you can see, you can try to do it at your end. So just open your data source settings and try to save the file as PBIDS. Just export your file here. So you can use this as a connection file. You can try to do this.
Okay.
Okay, so just quickly try this export as PBIDS and
Ma'am,
try to
which
save the
option
file.
you selected, ma'am? Actually, from where you have
Transform
first.
data,
Okay.
transform data, data source settings.
I can select both files, ma'am. Global case and global
Select
superstore.
any one of them as of now.
Yeah.
Global superstore. No, no. We have to do this on the existing data, the one which we already have, which we have already connected to. So if we have already when we are already connected the data model, everything is ready, then we can export it as PBIDS so that we can quickly connect to it with all the data source related settings.
Then it
Okay.
is actually showing long-term unemployed statistics, ma'am.
Correct.
Whatever we have
Correct.
listed. Right.
Yes,
Yes.
correct. So that you can connect to.
Right. It is showing it is already exists. Do you want to replace it, ma'am?
No, create a different location. You're exporting a wrong thing then. Just save it as export PBIDS and then just paste it over there. I mean, save it over there. Like this, you can save. Export and then just save. Like this, I have saved here.
Vaidehi,
Hmm.
I have one question. After clicking on transform data, I clicked
Mm-hmm.
on data source setting. Then
Hmm.
what should I do? Then
There, can you see at the bottom export as PBIDS?
those are grayed out.
Select the data source from here. Make
From
sure you're
where?
selecting the data source.
No, I'm not getting. From when? From
Still,
there.
we are not getting that option, means we
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have that
not getting.
data
Then you
source.
might not have connected to any data source yet. Are you opening a fresh
That's what.
Power BI workbook?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I'm
are opening
opening
Then
a
fresh.
fresh.
you need to have a data source. So basically, what does this file do is whatever data source settings you have done, like you have created a data model, you have done any changes in the data source, so all those will be saved over here. And then you can double click and open. So every time, like let's say you are working on the same data in multiple files, right? So you don't have to connect to the data and do all those data transformations, and all are not needed to be done multiple times. Just do it once, save it as PBIDS, and then it will be there for you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Lily.
It's just like saving the data source settings.
Okay.
Hi, Vedhi. I just have one question. If we want to access this PBIDS file later, can we open it directly?
Just double click on it and open. That's it.
Yeah, I just tried it and it is saying, asking me to sign in, to subscribe to Power BI.
Then you may have to log in over there. May have to. Let me check. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let me check how we can open this. Mm, where have I saved it here? Okay. Subscribe to email list. It is saying, na? Okay. Just write maybe later. That's it. We can close this, and you can see here in the field section those file. See, it is asking us which file to connect to. So, and if we just click on load, and it will bring the file over here, all the data over here automatically.
Okay, that means all the charts that we have created and everything.
Correct, correct, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, what is the difference between PBIX and this format?
Uh, See now the one which we save our file normally as PBIX, that is our Power BI file, which is nothing but our file where we have our charts and reports, everything. That is PBIS file. And this file is nothing but PBIDS, means this file will save our data model. Whatever data model we are creating, whatever connections we are connecting, everything will be saved in this file. That's the only difference between the two.
So this file will not save the chart we make.
No, no.
Okay.
Okay. So now let us start with connecting to our data set, that is 2018 sales.csv. So quickly tell me which connection option you will use here.
Import.
In
Import.
get data, which option you will use? No, it's not storage mode. Storage mode is by default.
So it is. I have used Excel workbook.
It's a CSV file. So how will you connect to
It's
it?
text CSV.
Text
Get
slash
data,
CSV.
text and CSV.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, yes, yes,
Text
yes, yes.
slash CSV. In the global cafe folder, connect to 2018 sales.csv and click open. Okay. Now, instead of clicking on load, we are going to click on transform data. If you click on load, it will just get loaded in Power BI desktop. I'm going to click on transform data. It will take us to a new window will open. It will take us to a new window, and that is nothing but Power Query Editor. It will take us to a new window called as Power Query Editor.
Where did you get it this? Global Cafe. I'm not able to find it.
It's in the folder called as Global Cafe in the datasets.
I have get it downloaded, but I'm not able to get it here now. We go to text CV, right?
Text CV, and then in the Global Cafe folder, we have 18 sales.csv. 2018 sales.
It's a zipped file. I guess that is I'm not able to get it.
You need to unzip it.
I got the file. Next, we need to load that file.
No, transform data, not load. Okay, have you clicked on transform data? It must have opened the
I
Power
have,
Query Editor for you.
yeah, I have clicked on that.
Yeah,
It has opened the
yeah.
Power Query Editor.
Yes,
Okay, everybody is able to open the Power Query Editor.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now here we have columns like product, franchisee code, date, budget, then we have sales and profit. Okay, so this is our data. Now quickly let us check whether the data types are all good or not. So product is ABC because it's a text field, so it has to be ABC. Okay, if you click on this ABC, you will be able to see all the data types. Can you see the data types here? Click on the ABC of product and you should be able to see all the data types.
yes,
Okay, so just check whether all are correct or not. Date should have a calendar icon. The number should be in one, like 1 to 3. Quickly check all your data types are correct or not.
Vaidhi, I have a doubt. Suppose
Hmm.
after some 23rd or 24th, there is a number over there. Then how will identify that is uh, not correct data type? Where it will appear
Where,
actually?
where?
In the product column, we have Amaretto, right? So, hello.
Yeah, I'm not getting your question.
You're asking me for the data types, right? Whether it is a integer or a date or sorry,
Correct,
number, date or text, right? So here we are
correct.
able to see up to 21. Let's say in 23 or 24 we have some number in the product column. Okay.
Hmm.
Then how we will identify by then?
So, see, obviously text will take the priority. So the entire column will be text column. So that number will be treated as text. So we will have to clean that data.
Yeah, yeah, that's I was about to ask that only. I think. How will
Yeah.
get
So we have to
that?
clean.
Where we will identify? How will identify in at the after like just transforming the data?
Mm.
My
Okay.
question
Let me
is,
explain the concept of column profiling, and then maybe it will answer your question.
yeah, yeah, okay, okay, thanks.
Okay. So the data type is decided by the data, values in the column. And here we have let's say even if one cell has a textual values, the data type will be text, or no, not even text. The data type is going to be ABC123. It is not there over here, so that is an incorrect data type. Okay, so the data type will be ABC123. So depending on the data, if all the values in the column are numeric, the data type will automatically will be numeric. If all the values are text, the data type will automatically will be text. Okay, and if there is a mismatched data, it will be written like that. So if we have all, even if one value is text and others are numeric, the data type will be treated as text, because text will take the priority. That's how it works. Okay, now if the question comes that how to identify such impurities in the data, yes, that can be done with the help of column profiling or by creating the charts. So once we start creating the chart, when you yesterday you created a chart on your age column, right? Age, and then that unemployment sum you did, correct? So at that time, what did you do? When you drag the age column, you will be able to see all the text values. So if there are any incorrect values, immediately in that columns you will be able to see that the values are not correct. Okay, so uh, so there are different techniques using which you can check that whether the column is all correct or not, or all the values are valid or not. So by the help of column profiling, or by the help of this thing, what do you call it as, by creating the charts, you can cross check the data validity. Okay, so now first step is to quickly check whether all the data type are correct or not, especially the date column. Is it all correct for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here, um, here you see the green line just below the, over here. Can you see this green line? Try to hover on the green line, and you will be able to see the see total valid values are 1000 values. Are there any errors? Zero. Are there empty? Empty means null. Are there any null values? Zero. Okay, so this green line tells us that are there any null values, are there any empty values, are there any error values. All that can be determined or taken, can be identified with the help of this green. So that is part of column profiling only. Okay, so right now the data is huge, but right now we are able to see only 1000 rows. How to how do we figure that out? You can see at the bottom over here, column profiling based on 1000 rows means whatever that error and empty is there, it's based on 1000 rows. So if you click on that, there is one option, column profiling based on entire data set. So now it is going to profile the data on the entire data set, which consists of 2124 rows. Okay, quickly try this step.
Vaidehi, what is the difference between the two terms? Like
Which
column
two terms?
profiling based on column profiling based on top 1000 rows
Hmm?
and the entire data set.
Okay, so column profiling means what? It is trying to find out how many valid rows are there, how many errors are there, how many empty are there. That is the concept called as column profiling. Okay, now
Correct.
based on 1,000 rows means it is taking only first 1,000 rows of the data. So based on that, it is trying to profile our data. If we select the second option, so it will take the entire data.
Okay, it
So
must be the data we should be having uh, above 1000 rows also, if that happens, right?
yeah, so if our data, like in our case, our data is 2,000 rows.
Yeah, correct.
So if we
So
want to
that is
profile
the
our data on
actual
the basis of 2,000 rows, so we are taking the actual data.
entire data. Okay, okay.
Okay, clear with this?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now let's move ahead. Then we have, okay. Now then we will now we'll see how we can profile the data further. Okay, so if to find out are there any incorrect values or something, to find all those things, we will profile it further. So for that, go to the view tab. Can you see the view tab over here? And then these are the options: column quality, column distribution, and column profile. So one by one, check these options and see what do you get. Okay, so I'm going to start with column quality. Column quality is nothing but the same thing which we saw by hovering on the green line. Same thing. Okay, this is nothing but column quality. So all column quality for all the columns is good. All are the valid values. There are no errors and no empty values. Okay. Then the next one is column distribution. So we get to see that how many the distribution, how many distinct values are there. So this is a column distribution. So how many distinct and how many unique values are there? So can you tell me what is the difference between distinct and unique? Any guess?
The value which appears only one time is called unique, I guess, and the one which
Hmm.
appears more than one time is distinct.
No, unique definition is correct. Distinct is not correct.
Maybe distinct is how much it is different from the other values, something kind of this.
No. So basically, distinct means discrete value. Like there are total 13 distinct values in the product column. Means what? There are 13 discrete values. 13 products are there basically. So that's why we are getting 13 distinct values. And each product name is coming multiple times. None of the product is coming only once. So that's a zero unique. Okay, so if you try to create a bar chart for product, so if you bring product to the x-axis, you will get 13 bars because there are 13 discrete values. Okay, same way for franchisee code, there are 155 distinct values, right? So there are 155 distinct franchisees are there, out of which four are unique. Means what? There are four franchisee codes where there is only one entry for them. That's why four unique. Okay, so that's the concept of distinct and unique. So we get the distribution using column distribution. And the last one is column profile. Now here you will get to see all the distinct values. So here you get count, what are the number of rows, are there any empty, error, distinct values, what are there, unique values. Okay, so all this information you get in the column statistics. So here you can see all the unique names. So if now here, if there is any incorrect value, you will be able to spot over here. Okay. Franchisee codes, so we can see all the franchisee codes over here, and then number of times a particular franchisees, like what is the frequency distribution for each of the franchisee. Okay. Then date wise, we can see there are total 12 distinct values, means there are 12 months data for 12 months, each monthly, so we can clearly say that it's a monthly data. Okay. Yeah, so this is what is the column profile. So this column profiling basically helps us to understand the data, and we can find out are there any specific anomalies or incorrect behavior in the data can be identified using column profile. So it will help us to understand the data. So now if you want to see products, say, so how many products are there? 13 products. So what are the names of the products? We can quickly find it from here. No need to create a chart for that. We can just quickly get the information from here. Okay, is it clear? Quickly go through all the three options. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes.
Vaidehi, but we can also view this product from this drop down.
Yeah, but that is a filter option. That can also be
Yeah,
used. There's nothing wrong in that. But the right way is to use the column profile.
okay.
Okay. Excuse me, Sayed this side.
Mhm.
I don't have that sheet, 2018 sales sheet.
Have you downloaded the data sets?
Yeah, I have all the data set. It was in order to 2000. So Global Superstore, order 2016, 2017, order 2018, and order 2019.
This is Global Cafe.
Global Cafe. In Global Cafe, country population, flight data, long-term employment, and sample store, stock data. No, I think it was not there. Let me check.
The folder is there. Global Superstore folder is there.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me check.
Not Global Superstore, sorry. The folder name is Global Cafe. Global Superstore is different.
Global Cafe. In Global Cafe, I have country population by year, flight
Hmm.
data, long-term unemployment data, sample
Hmm.
superstore, and stock
Hmm.
data. Stock data. Bas.
Is there any folder called as Global Cafe?
Yeah. 2018, 19, and Global Cafe. Oh,
Correct.
sorry.
Okay, I hope everybody is able to work on column profiling.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now let's move ahead. I will uncheck this and go back to home. Now, same way, let's connect to 2019 also. So here itself, we don't have to go back to Power BI desktop. We can just quickly connect from here itself. So new sources. Can you see the option new sources? Click on that. Again, text CSV, new source, text CSV, and connect to the file. That is, name of the file is 19 sales. And check whether all the data is all good or not. Data type, everything.
Yes, yes.
It has
It
no
is
error.
correct.
Sorry?
It is correct,
It has
ma'am.
no
All the
error.
details.
Correct. Now connect to this one more Excel file. Can you see the Excel file over there? What is the name of that Excel file?
From new source now.
Correct. New source again.
Then there is lot of messages like country, population by year, flight data,
In the
global
same
cafe, long
folder.
term. And
We are right now on cafe. We are right now on cafe, right? So in the cafe folder itself, we have one more Excel file. In the cafe folder, we have one Excel file.
global
Global
superstore,
No, not global.
global
Global
cafe,
cafe.xls.
global dot cafe.
Yeah, global cafe.xls.
Which one to
Yes, ma'am.
choose,
There
ma'am?
are two sheets,
Franchise and
franchisee
product.
and products.
And product.
Correct. Select both of them and click OK. And check whether all the data types, columns, everything is all good or not.
Vaidehi,
You
I'm
can.
not finding the Excel file.
It is in the same folder where this 18 and 19 sales was there.
Same here, Vaidehi. I am able to this extract the 2018 sales and 19, but I'm not able to connect with the global cafe.
Okay. Is the file present in the folder?
Yes, it
And
is.
we need to change the
Correct.
option. The option
So
we
it's
have
a,
to
it's
select
an
it.
Excel file. So which type you need to connect to?
We need to connect to Excel
Okay.
file. Then only we will get.
Correct.
Okay.
You have to use the Excel option.
Okay. Yeah.
Type, product line, product.
In Excel file global cafe, there is franchisee or products. Which one
Correct.
to do?
Select both. Select both.
Select both. Okay.
We are done. Thanks, Vaidehi.
Done?
Ma'am, products has error.
Sorry?
Product has error. Product table.
What is the error?
Uh, Actually, the heading should be type, product line, and product, not column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4.
Correct. So what is the problem over here is that the first row should have been header, but it is part of the table, right? Correct?
Yeah,
Everybody is
yeah.
getting this problem. Yeah. So now
Yes,
what to
yes.
do to fix this problem? So this is basically the data, even though data is in pretty much structured format, but it is being read incorrectly. Correct. So now we have to do a little bit of data transformations on this. So we are going to select the first option, use first row as header. Can you spot over here? Use first row as headers. Okay. Select that option. use first row as headers.
Yeah. It will
Okay, and the moment you do that, you'll be able to see the columns are all correct now.
Vaidehi, I have one question.
Hmm.
There is a question mark in the that on the franchisee. Like,
Question
you
mark on
understand?
franchisee
Yeah.
over here. Click on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you able to see the data?
Just a moment. No, here it is written something in yellow, a big information. Preview refresh was cancelled. If you have
Okay.
disabled the
Can you
download,
click on refresh preview and say refresh all?
retry. No, here there is only one option, retry.
Sorry, what is the option?
Retry.
Yeah, click on retry.
Okay, now it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how to get back to the original thing? Now I'm on franchisee.
Franchise is not there.
No, no. Yeah, yeah, it's there. It's there. Okay. Thank you, baby.
Okay. Okay. So has everybody solved the problem in product table?
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Okay. So first type of transformation we have seen is use first row as header.
Yeah.
Okay. Where if the headers are not correctly read, we can fix it with the help of this. Okay. Now you can see here on the left hand side over here we have queries. So all the queries means all the tables. Okay. So here we
Okay.
have queries. Query stands for all the tables. So list of tables will be given over here on the left hand side. Okay. Then on the right hand side, here you can see the properties. Can you spot the properties? So here you can
Mm.
rename your table. Okay. So here you can set the properties for your queries. Okay. Now here you can see applied steps. Okay. Now for each query, if you click on each query, you will be able to see the applied steps, whatever steps we have applied. So now for these 2 3 ones we have not applied anything, but for products we have applied the step of promoted headers. Means what? We have used the first row as headers. So all the transformations which we are applying on our table, all will be displayed over here one after another. Okay, one below another, all the transformations will be shown. If you want to delete any particular transformation, you can just click on the cross just before that, so that particular transformation will be deleted. But be very careful. If this transformation, like if you want to delete any intermediate one, okay, then it should not be dependent on the next one. Like maybe you are changing something over here, and then you are using this particular column again for next transformation. Okay, so that is something you have to take care of. So if you are deleting any intermediate transformation, you have to make sure that it is not impacting the rest of the ones. Okay, so that care you have to take. So you can delete any of the intermediate transformations. Then we can right click on the transformation, and there is an option called as rename. Okay, so here we can rename the transformation, so that later on when we want to go through it, we will we can keep a track of it. Like I'll give you one simple example. um, just for just as a time passed, what I did some time ago was, like, I took my bank statements, okay, and I wanted to see that what how much money I am spending and how much money I am saving, like something like this. I wanted to do the analysis. Okay, so I had collected all my bank statements in an Excel workbook, and I categorized each of the statement. I categorized into different categories, and then I tried to bring it to Power BI to analyze it. So now while working on that, then I realized that I was doing this analysis on Excel, but I had written a lot of Excel formulas. Okay, now when we bring it to Power BI, we don't need all those formulas. So I went back to Excel, I deleted some columns, and then I tried to again refresh it in Power BI. So what happened, those columns were not there in the original data, right? So I had applied some steps on them over here. So now my entire data got corrupted. Now I wanted to find out that in which step I have applied those transformations. Like later on you will learn a lot of new transformations. You can remove columns, you can replace values, lot of transformations are there. So if you want to if you want to keep track of the transformation, it is always a good idea to right click and rename the transformation, so that later on if there is any structural change in your data, and that structural change is impacting your applied steps, you should be able to undo that particular step. Like I had created a lot of Excel formulas, and then I didn't want those Excel formulas in Power BI, because Power BI you can write your own formulas, so you don't need those Excel formulas over here, right? So what I did is I had removed those columns, like those Excel formula columns. I had removed it from here. Like here we have the option remove columns. So we can select a column and just remove that column. Now I removed the column from original Excel file. So what happened? Immediately in Power BI, it got impacted, because Power BI is now saying that that column does not exist, because that column is removed, deleted from the original data. Right now, finding that step from here was becoming a challenge for me. Like in which step I have done that particular change. Right. So again, for each step you have to click and see, okay, what was transformation, what was the state here, what was the state here, like this. Okay, so that's why it's a good practice to remember them. And also if you're deleting any intermediate one, make sure that you it should not impact the rest of the steps. So that these are the two very important points to be kept in mind with respect to applied steps. Now here right now in this, it's a little tough to implement, but let's say I want to change something. So we can click on this setting symbol, and we can change the settings from here. Let's say we are replacing values in a particular column. I want to replace the values, so I have replaced value, one value with another one, and I want to change that. So we can quickly go to the settings of that applied step and again modify it. Okay, so these are some basic concepts with respect to transformations. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. Any questions, any doubts?
No.
Okay, now we will move on to the next type of transformation, and that is how that is merging queries and append queries. Okay, if you are by any chance familiar with the SQL concept, then you would be knowing the concept of join and union. Okay, so this concept resembles the concept of join and union. So join is merging queries and union is appending queries. If you are not familiar with SQL, don't worry, we will learn the same concept in the Power BI terms. Okay, okay, so now you can see here we have data, same data. Now if you look at 18 sales and 19 sales, you can see that all the columns are same, the data is same. Only thing is 18 sales has data for 2018 and 19 sales have data for 2019. Okay, now I want to club the two tables together, I want to combine them together. So how should we combine? We have to combine, like
But
we have to append the data of 18 to 18 and 19 should be in the single table. Columns are same. So when you have same columns, only the data is distributed in two different tables or more than two tables, then we use the option called as append queries. Append means what? Appending one query to another. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to create a new table, and the new table is going to have uh, in the new table is going to have the data from both the tables together. Okay, that's what I'm going to do over here. Okay, we can append in the same table also, we can append in multiple tables also. So but I am personally going to create a new table, that's what I want it to be. So I'm going to go to append queries, click on the drop down, append queries, click on the drop down. There are two options, append queries and append as new. So if you select append queries, it will add to the same table. The selected table is 18 sales, so it will append to the same table. If I say append as new, it will create a new table. So click on this append as new. There are two tables, which table 18 and second table is 19. Click OK and a new table will be created. Append as new. First table is 18, second table is 19, and click OK. And you'll be able to see a new query getting created in your list of queries.
we have to click on three or more tables
No, it's
above
only
that.
two tables. It's only two tables. So no need to
Okay.
click on three or more. I'm going to name it as cafe sales. We are creating a new query, cafe sales.
Last one is 19, no?
Yeah, 18 and 19.
Vaidehi,
Yeah,
we can only use the append queries command when we have the same columns, right?
yes, correct.
Okay.
Vaidehi, can you please tell me once again how to do, like after going to append query option, what should I click on?
Append as new.
Now, after creating the new table, what we are getting is
Hmm.
again the drop-down column profiling based on top 1000 rows. So does it happen all the time? Do we need to change this again?
Um, if you are looking into profiling, then you can change it. But right now we already have profiled the data, right?
Okay.
So if you don't want to profile, no need to change.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, everybody done with the append?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay. So now here also all everything is all good. There is no need to do any transformations are not required. Okay. Now if I want to go back and create chart on this, so what we can do is we can click on close and apply. Okay, so click on close and apply. It will take you back to Power BI. Okay, so now you'll be able
Yeah,
to see all the queries in Power BI desktop.
yeah, in field option there.
Sorry.
Nothing.
Vaidehi, I have one question. Suppose if we had some error in any of these tables, I mean data, so do
Mm-hmm.
we have to delete it directly from the table, or there is some other method to delete it or to refine the data? I mean,
We can replace values. We can like if the error might come because of the reasons like we are trying to replace something with an incorrect value, or we're trying to add a column which is little incorrect, right? So in those cases um we need to fix the error. So you can if you have to first fix the error if it is because of some incorrect processing, and if it is not, then you can delete the rows with with the errors.
okay.
Vaidehi, I have some connection issues. What did we do after creating append in the cafe cells? How did we get
That's we have
these tables in Power?
we have just written apply and close.
No, how did we get these tables in Power BI desktop?
Apply and close
Where I
on
do not
the
see these.
top left side in the home tab.
Okay. Yes, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, is this clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Now you can see here that when we want to create the charts, this our cafe sales is our final table, right? So but along with that is 18 19 sales is also coming. Okay, but I don't want these tables over here because they are just going to add confusion for me, because I have everything appended in cafe sales. So how can we hide this from coming into Power BI? Okay, so let's see that. I'll go back to the Power Query editor. So to open the Power Query editor, you have to sorry you have to click on transform data. You have to click on transform data, and then once the Power BI editor opens, we will right click on 18 sales, and there is an option called as enable load. So just uncheck that. There is an option called as enable load. Just uncheck that.
We're getting an and we're getting a pop-up which says possible data loss warning.
Just say okay.
Shall we do the same for 2019 sales?
Yes, correct. So this will not load the tables in Power BI desktop.
Vaidhi, can you please repeat once again what have you done?
I right clicked on 2018 sales and clicked on enable load.
Okay. But it is in the right side only. These 2018 sales, 19 sales, these things are on the right side of the sheet in my system.
Okay, there also you'll get the option.
No, I'm not getting. Let me try.
This queries is not that it might be hidden. Just check, expand it.
Which one? Which one?
Or in the properties, here all properties is there. Here also you can uncheck the enable load. Here all properties.
Okay. No, actually, in my screen, I cannot see these things.
You might be on Power BI desktop.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that you are on Power BI desktop. We are working. This has to be done from Power Query Editor.
Okay, so what should I do now?
First, you have
Go
to
to
click
Power
on
BI,
transform.
Power Query Editor, Transform tab, Transform Data
Transform.
tab.
And after that, we have to close and
Okay,
apply. है ना?
yeah. Then data source
Apply.
settings or transform data.
Transform data.
Okay.
Shall we do this just for 2019 and 18 sales?
Yeah, because we have already appended it over there, so that's fine.
Okay.
And after that, we have to close and apply now.
Yeah, so you just apply, close and apply or apply whatever it is, and you go back to Power BI desktop, and you will see that those two tables are not there.
Vaidhi, there is a box where they are saying possible data loss warning.
Click OK.
Okay, done. Up to here.
Okay, everybody is able to do this. Any queries? Did I miss anything? Actually, I got little disconnected for a moment. Did I miss anyone's question?
Vedi,
No, no
Yeah.
one had a question.
I am
Okay.
unable
Great.
to understand properly because today is my first class. Please tell me today class is related from the previous class.
Yes. So before coming from tomorrow's for coming for tomorrow's class, make sure you are going to going through the recordings of previous two.
Oh, okay, Vedi.
Okay. Now let's go back to the Power Query editor. Now we have seen how to append. Okay. Now if you look at the tables, product table and franchisee table, so you get to know get to know more details about the products which are there, and more details about the franchisees, right? So now let us let us try to get into more details of it. So if you look at the cafe sales, okay, we can see that there is product and franchisee code. Now if I want to do the analysis based on product type, so which type of products are getting like having more sales, which type of products are having lesser sales? So I don't want the product names, but I want the product type or product line, some on based on something like that. So we need to combine this table with the products table, then only we'll get the more detail about products. Correct. Same way, franchisee has a column called as country, right? So we have here franchisee code, but I want to do the country wise analysis, that which country is having more sales and which country is having lesser sales, right? So to do all that, I need to bring the country column in cafe sales. So we need to combine those two tables together, right? Now here, each of the table, like products table, franchisee table, both the tables are having completely different information. Like product table has product information, franchisee has franchisee information, and it's just one common column is present in the cafe sales, right? So now we need to combine these tables in such a way that these extra columns get added to the cafe sales. So will append work in this case?
No, ma'am.
No.
Oh, no, no,
No. No.
because all the
So in this
columns
case,
are
what
not
we'll have
same
to
now.
use? Correct,
We have
all
to
the
use
columns
merge
are not
query.
same. Correct. So now what has happened? There is one common column between the tables, right? So in such cases, we have to use merge queries. So we are going to merge these two queries to the cafe sales. So in this case, I'm not going to use merge as new because my cafe sales table is all correct. So I am just going to add those extra columns to cafe sales using merge queries. Okay. So I'm going to select cafe sales and then click on merge queries.
New dialog box open, merge.
Correct. Merge option has opened. Now what do we get? There is one cafe sales table is already there. Second table is going to be products. And now select which is the common column? Product. So select product column as common from both the tables.
Wait, can you do this again?
Click on merge queries.
Okay. After that,
From here select products table and just click on the common columns.
Whether what if we wanted to see this product type column also in this cafe sales?
That's what we are doing. We are merging the two tables. So automatically all the columns from product table will be merged to cafe sales.
For that, we have to select the product line,
Common
product
column.
type.
Yeah, so on what basis? No, we don't have to select that. This selection is telling us which is the common column between the two. That's what we are selecting. Product is anyways there
Okay.
in cafe sales, so why to select product from here? That is telling us the
Okay.
common column.
Okay.
If
And
we are
what about
selecting the
when we
product,
Hmm? Sorry.
can I go ahead?
okay, you can.
Okay.
So
If we are selecting the
I'm not.
column,
Yeah. Can you go
Shivra, you
ahead
can
once
go
again?
ahead.
yeah, just a second, guys. If we are selecting the column product, so by default, it is the product line and product type is selected, right?
Not selected. When we are saying product, so what will happen? All these three columns will get added to our table.
Okay,
Now, wherever there
all
is
three.
decaf Irish cream, wherever the product is there, automatically the columns will get this value.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not being able to get that OK option. I'm not being able to click that. There's a uh, warning symbol which says select the same number of columns from both visible tables to continue.
Right. You might have selected multiple columns, or you might have selected only from cafe sales and not from products. So make sure you're selecting a single column from both the tables.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And what is
Um,
fuzzy matching
yes.
options? What is
So we need to
Fuzzy
select
matching means,
columns.
sorry,
We need to select the common columns from both the tables, right?
both the tables, correct.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Fuzzy matching means what, let's say you have, for example, like in college or your schools, what happen, your like in some places the names are written like this, like surname comes first, then your name, and then your middle name, right? So in another sheet, your name is like first name and then last name. So fuzzy logic sometimes helps us to match, like both the columns are same, student name only, but in one case the name is last name, first name, middle name, and in one table it is first name and last name. So fuzzy logic helps us to combine such kind of columns also.
Yeah. It means one column should be in same in
Correct.
another table or in same table in any
Correct.
table.
Correct. Like whichever two tables you are trying to merge, there has to be one common column.
Yeah, that's why.
Vaidehi, have you renamed the append one as cafe sales?
Yes.
Okay, and after going to merge queries, what should we do?
It's there on your screen. Select the products table and click on product column from both the tables.
So whether there is a new column has been created, products, and the fields are table.
Correct. We are going to expand that. So I want a quick confirmation from you all that whether you have done this step or not. Then the next steps I'll explain.
Done.
But
Yes, done.
Vaidehi,
We are done.
I'm not getting. Sorry. Uh, Vaidehi, I'm not getting this thing. Like your in your screen, I can see products, and under that, I can see a chart. I cannot see that in my
Have
screen.
you selected products from here, from the drop down?
No. Yes. Okay, thank you. And now, what should I do? I click on
Select
fuzzy
product
logic.
and select the. No, nothing like that. I'm just telling you to select products table and product column from both the tables.
After that, you
Okay.
click on OK.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Done. Yeah, done.
Okay, everybody done with this? Now let's try to expand the column. So there is a column called as products, and now we have to expand it because it is coming as table because there are multiple columns from the products table, right? So there is one drop down over here. Can you see the drop down?
Yeah. And we have to check use original column name as prefix.
No, uncheck that.
Okay.
So click over here, select the columns you are interested in. So I'm going to uncheck product because product column is already there. So why to bring it twice, right? So I'm going to select everything but the product column, and we will uncheck this one also. Use original column as prefix. We'll uncheck that. The reason we are
Okay.
unchecking is that if you click here, what will happen? All these columns will be products dot type, products dot product type, products dot product line. Like this will be the name for each of the columns.
Yeah, just like a
Okay.
copy one now.
Yeah, so we don't want that. So I'm going to uncheck this.
Okay.
That means that products from the sheet products, whatever are there, that will be mentioned as a prefix for all these columns. That's what na Vaidehi.
No, I didn't get you. Can you come again?
If we check this, if original column as a prefix, then since we have already taken these from the products sheet,
Hmm.
so for all these columns name, it will be like products underscore type or something like that.
No, it will, yeah, products dot. So the column name, the table
Okay.
name will be there for each one of them.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, done with this, everyone. Same way, do the merge for franchisee also. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes. Quickly do the merge for franchisee and bring only the country column, not the other columns.
Whether there is a regular ones. What we have to do that?
Which regular ones?
Yeah, type ABC type regular, which was coming product and table. After clicking that, okay.
Clicking that okay, you will get the columns as it is. That's it. This is what we wanted.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now in this we are going to add country column from franchisee because franchisee code is already there and area code we are not interested in. So we just need country column. So merge franchisee and cafe sales and bring the country column over there.
Okay.
Done, Vaidehi.
Done?
Done with
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have done it.
Okay. I'll give 2 3
No,
minutes
we
for the
have to.
further.
Uh, okay. We have to click on franchisee code, and after that, in their franchisee, we have to click on franchisee code or country.
Only
Means we
franchise
have
because
to add.
franchisee code is the common column.
Yeah. So
Franchisee
column.
code is the common column.
Okay. Done.
So we have to select franchisee code, but then while selecting the columns, like after clicking OK from here, selecting the columns, we need only country.
Only country. Done.
Done.
Okay.
That means we have to remove the area code.
We have to remove the area code. We don't need area code.
How to remove that?
We don't have to select it. So
But
once
actually
you
I
click on
clicked
merge,
OK.
okay. So after selecting merge, click OK.
Hmm.
And then from here in the drop down, you
Hmm.
just have to select country. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Simply we have to uncheck all and we have to check country only and okay.
Correct. We want only one column. Now can you tell me how many countries are there? The data is from how many unique countries?
Twenty.
20 countries. Okay.
Unique is 0. Distinct
No,
is
distinct.
20.
How many distinct countries are there?
20.
20 distinct.
Okay.
Okay. Once this is done, how to find this out? We can I'll just select profile on based on the entire data set, and we'll go to view and column profile, and there we get country column. There are total 20 distinct countries. Okay, clear with this? Any questions, any doubts?
I have one doubt.
Hmm.
What I did means I merged country from cafe sales to the franchisee column. So now I have two columns in franchisee, and the country from cafe sales is gone. So how to do it again? I'm getting
Okay,
in
can you share your
franchisee. I'm
screen?
getting to. I can do that.
One second. Yeah, Abhijit, right?
Yeah, I have two columns in franchisee country and country one, and the country column from this cafe sales is gone. Can't see that. I did the opposite, I guess. I merged the.
Correct. So click on cancel.
Okay.
Okay, can you go to franchisee?
Yes.
Okay. Now can you delete the last four steps? So delete the
Yes.
applied steps, delete the last
Expanded.
four.
Okay.
Correct. Now click on cafe sales and then do the merge.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not getting
Okay, I
country
hope
over
it
here.
is done for everyone.
I'm still not getting country in cafe sales.
You are not getting country in.
Cafes.
Click
So
on
the common
franchise
column is
code.
franchisee code. The common column is franchisee code. So you have to select the common column.
Okay. Franchisee
Country we
code.
are going to bring later. Huh? So now select franchisee code from both the tables. So
Okay.
when you are merging, you have to select the common column.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then from here you have to select only country.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now my question is that which country has maximum sales? How will you find the answer to this?
United Kingdom.
Germany, I think.
United Kingdom.
Okay. What is the sales value? Okay, now before going to the Power BI, oh sorry, first step that we are going to do here is we are going to uncheck this one franchisee and products. So I'm going to click on enable load. I'm going to uncheck the enable load because all these two tables are merged in cafe sales, right? So we don't want these additional tables or queries. So I'm just going to uncheck these two.
Done.
Then, so which country you're getting as having maximum sales?
United Kingdom.
No, United Kingdom is not the
Ma'am,
right
how
answer.
did you uncheck it, ma'am? Could you just show me, please?
Right click and enable load. Right click and select enable load.
Uh, on the franchisee, ma'am, you're talking about.
Yeah, franchisee only, franchisee and products. Because these two tables are already merged with cafe sales, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like just like that we have done in the 2018 and 19 sales, right, ma'am?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
okay. Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, thanks.
It's Malaysia around 58,000 sales.
Correct. Malaysia is the right answer.
Vaidehi, I have two questions. After merging, I have got merge 1, merge 2, merge 3 like that. And another thing is, how have you got the result Malaysia? Can you please tell me?
Yeah, that thing I'm going to explain now. But
Okay.
merge 1, 2, 3 because you are getting that because you have every time done merge as new.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
That's
So I
why you
shouldn't
are
have
getting.
done that. Yeah.
You should have done merge in the same table. So now just check
Okay.
like whatever is the last merge, that is merge 3, whatever you have, just check
Hmm.
in that table, do you have all the columns, like columns from product table, columns from franchisee table, do you have
Oh,
it?
let me check. In March 3, I have from product to franchisee code. Yeah, I think I have all. Yeah. And the last column is country. Hello.
Correct. So merge 3
Hmm.
you can rename it. And
Rest of the table, I'll just that
correct.
enable that thing. Yeah.
Correct. Delete. You can delete them actually. No, you cannot delete them. You will have to enable load.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Now, yeah,
Oh, how you get Malaysia as the answer?
yes. So now we have to go back to our Power BI desktop. So apply and close and go to Power BI desktop and create a bar chart where we have dragged country to the x-axis and sales to the y-axis, and we'll get Malaysia as the answer.
And there's some problem in my Power BI. Means I don't know what the problem is. When I'm clicking on this, while trying to create a chart, when I click on, I'm not getting anything in y-axis, x-axis, or anything.
Click on
Not
the
being able.
so the chart is there.
The cafe sales option, I'm getting the chart. I'm selecting, I'm getting the chart too. But after that, the y-axis, x-axis, legend, all the fields are empty.
So you have to bring country to the x-axis. You have to drag those fields to the x and y-axis. Did you do that?
But when nothing is opening. When I'm trying to open the cafe sales, no,
Okay, can you
nothing is
share your
opening.
screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can do it. I'm selecting
So
the chart.
expand the cafe sales. Expand. There is an expand button. There is that arrow in the fields. In the fields, can you see the arrow on the left side of cafe sales?
Yes,
Expand
ma'am.
it.
Okay. So what I have
Bring
to do now?
country to the x-axis and sales
Okay.
to the y-axis.
Parmay, this chat is not appearing. Why they? Only the cafe sales and others are appearing.
1 second. You select the fourth chart.
Okay.
Select the fourth chart.
Okay.
And then you have to reverse it. Country to the x-axis and sales to the y-axis.
I'll deselect both. Take country to the x-axis.
Yeah. And
Let's
sales to the
scroll down.
y-axis.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other queries?
Yeah, Vaidehi. For me, it is not appearing the bar chart, Vaidehi. Only the cafe sales are appearing on the right side in the fields one.
Okay, I'm making you presenter. Can you share your screen?
Yeah. Is my screen
Okay, go to
visible,
the
Vaidehi?
report. You are on the wrong tab. Go to the report tab on extreme left side. There are three buttons. Yes,
Yeah, this
report. Now can you select the chart?
a chart. Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Vaidehi.
Yeah.
Which one I need to, Vaidehi?
Fourth one, clustered column chart.
Yeah, okay. Which one I need to? X-axis is.
Country on the x-axis and sales on the y-axis.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Thanks, Vaidehi. Thank you. Got it.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
hmm
Ma'am, I'm not getting country column in cafe sales.
So have you done the merge over there? Merge of franchisee and cafe sales?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Oh, make me the printer. Here, ma'am, I'm not getting country column.
Okay, can you go to the Power Query editor? Click on transform data tab. Yeah. So here, cafe sale. Yeah. So you have done only one merge. You have done merge only with the products table. You have not done the merge with franchisee table. That's why. So do the merge with franchisee table also. Okay, got it.
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you go back to the Power Query editor? Cafe sales. Extreme right. Okay, can you click on product? Sorry, franchisee. Right click on the drop down. Select only country except others. Only country. Done. Click OK and apply and close.
Done, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Vaidehi,
Hmm.
so this file will be naturally saved in Power BI, right?
Sorry.
Like whatever we have done today will be saved automatically in Power
No, you
BI,
have to
or we
you have
have.
to save. You have to save it.
Okay. So here the save as type is they are showing Power BI file dot pbix. This one.
Yes. Just click Control S, so it will automatically get saved.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today we have learnt about Power Query Editor, how to like all the little bit interface of Power Query Editor. Then we have discussed about um, column profiling, and after that we have discussed about merging and appending the queries. Okay, in tomorrow's class we are going to start with a new data set, that is global superstore. So before the start of the class, make sure you have, there are 4 to 5 files in global superstore data set. So that is something we are going to start with, and then we are going to explore some more options in Power Query Editor. Okay, so let's stop here for today.
Good night, Vaidehi.
Yeah, good night. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, Vaidehi. Good night.
Night.
Good night, Vedi.
Night.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.